Greetings, car fanatics. I noticed my cost of ownership videos are doing pretty well, so I thought I'd make a video to talk about how much it costs to operate this Mercedes C250 per mile. I'm going to be talking about the variable costs, so the maintenance items and gas mainly, when factoring in the total cost over a 10-year period. I'm not including depreciation and insurance because both of those can be pretty hard to estimate on a per mile basis. So let's get started by talking about what maintenance items Mercedes recommends. So every year there is an oil change, pollen filter, and wiper blades. Every 2 years or 20,000 miles we have the brake fluid. This is pretty standard for all cars because brake fluid is hydroscopic and will pick up moisture over time. Every 4 years or 40,000 miles you have your air filter, your tires, and an alignment. Now the car came stock with Pirelli P0 Nero tires. They're all season tires, and the wheel setup is actually staggered, so you can't rotate them. I was really surprised we were able to get 40,000 miles out of the tires. Every 5 years, you should probably replace the battery. Every 60,000 miles or 6 years, you have your spark plugs, your brake rotors, and your pads on top of everything else. And for the brake pads and rotors, it's surprising that the car has almost 60,000 miles now, and it's still on the original brake rotors and pads. Now for the brakes in the back, the rotors are getting a little lip, so they need to be replaced. The pads are almost worn down completely, but surprisingly, the front brakes show hardly any wear, and there's plenty of meat left on the front brake pads. So I'm pretty excited that I'll be able to just change out the brake pads on this and not have to replace their rotors whenever those go. And finally, every 7 years or 70,000 miles, you're supposed to replace the transmission fluid. Now the transmission fluid replacement depends on what engine you have. For the 4-cylinder, it's every 70,000 miles or 7 years. So overall, that's pretty much the maintenance the Mercedes C250 requires. It's not a super heavy or complex vehicle, so maintenance is actually really good on this vehicle, and we haven't had to put much money into the vehicle at all, and it has had 0 issues. So while I rag on the Mercedes on how it drives and how it looks and stuff like that, it's been an amazing daily driver, super good on gas, and I really can't complain about it. Now let's jump into the calculations to figure out how much it costs per mile. So if you're able to do some of the work yourself and you take your car to an independent mechanic for things you can't do, like the automatic transmission fluid, driving 10,000 miles per year for 10 years, you're looking at a total maintenance bill of $4,135. If we factor in gas at $3.25 per gallon, the car does get about 22 miles per gallon when you factor in combined driving. However, I've been able to get much better gas mileage, like 25 to even 30 miles per gallon, but we'll use 22 miles per gallon for this calculation. Basically, our total cost comes out to $20,385 for a cost per mile of 17 cents, or a cost per year of $2,039. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at how much it would cost if you like to take your car to the dealership and pay anywhere between 2 or 3 times more than what it would cost you to do it yourself. You're looking at a total maintenance bill of $11,550. You're looking at a total cost of $27,800 for 10 years driving 100,000 miles, for a cost per mile of 23 cents, or a cost per year of $2,780. So there you have it, car fanatics. To operate this vehicle, it's going to be anywhere between 15 to 25 cents per mile on top of depreciation, insurance, registration, and so forth. Now this might sound expensive, but it's actually not that bad. Check out my Porsche Cayenne Turbo video to see how much it costs to drive that vehicle per mile. It is almost 70–80% higher than this particular vehicle. Thanks for watching, car fanatics. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Leave any questions or comments below.